One, two. Oh, there we go. My audio was turned off. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Let's do it. Little party music in the background. Let me just check that my audio is working. All good, all great, todo fino. The camera's a bit off. One sec. Camera's in Narnia. How's everyone doing? Let me see if I can't find my stream. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okie dokie. Let's do it. Is this loading? Let's see if it loads. There we go. All right. I'm going to put the music a bit louder. I'm going to look for some references in the meantime, see if we can find anything cool, but I think this is what we're going to be doing. Something I saw that I really liked, and I feel like doing it. Haha. Studio rap, these guys are sick. Amazing people. Amsterdam. So it's sort of following the brick layout, cutting sections. So here it goes from horizontal to vertical. That's interesting. Yeah, it's cool. I've always wondered though, what would happen if it breaks? How do you replace it? I'm guessing they could just reprint whatever part. Such a cool project. Okay, so let me just make sure everything's alright. Okay, I'm gonna remind everyone on my thing that live now. I'm just gonna share the link. Okay, one sec, guys. I just want to make sure. Link. Here we go. Link. I'm gonna say live now. Post that. Bang. Okay, there we are. All this music's not great. Let me just change the song. There we go. Okay. So I'm thinking of doing something similar to this, but I'm thinking of doing it with brick. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the procedure is going to be, as always. But I'm open for the discussion. So if there are any references you guys have seen, please send it my way. I'd love to see it. And you know, if we're all super opposed to this design, we could jump and do something else. But I'm not thinking of this per se. I'm thinking of working with bricks like this, maybe. I'm not sure. Or perhaps we can probably do a bit of both. We can do. So I'm thinking this sort of profile is sick, and then use like the bricks in between, and just use this vertical profile as like a support beam. I really like that idea. Don't know about you guys. This is also a very interesting concept, where you're just rotating the interior pieces, whatever, and you just generate some images. I think that's also, at the end of the day, we're just using like an image sampler, I guess, would be the best way to do this. I've been looking at some gradient maps, but I can't really find any great ones. So I don't know if you guys have any good ones. Let me see if I might have some on my folders of previous image sampler stuff I've done. Just bear with me a second and see if I can find it. What if I type in black and white gradient wave map? Is that a thing? it's sort of a thing. This is the feel I'm looking for, but something a little bit crazier, like this. But I need higher contrast. Perhaps we can make it. We can make it more of a contrast. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I think that could be interesting. Let me just save the file. I'm just looking for my stream file. This one here. Okay, I'm going to save an image. Raw images. Okay, I'm going to save that to this file here. Copy paste. I'm going to save this. Save that there. Open that up. Nope, this is definitely not it. Okie dokie. Let me try again here. Okay, so we have an image we can start to work with. Although I'm not a huge fan of this exact image. It's not that great. Yes. Yeah. Wonder if there are any other cool ones we can search for this particular script. Yes, bricks. We love a good brick, eh? Yeah, I mean, these designs are fascinating. It's just because they're so simple in construction details. This is really cool also. Like, if you reduce the size of bricks and stuff, that could be interesting too. Yeah. Okay, I have an image sampler. We're going to start constructing a wall first. I'm going to create a surface. I think I'm going to go for a surface like this, to be honest. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, man. So let's build a wall, as Trump once said. Rectangle. It's going to be on a vertical plane, so I'm going to say the XY plane. I'm going to turn off the vector, the plane, because I don't like seeing the grid. How tall should this wall be? I don't know. 20 meters, is that too much? In length, in height, we can say a bit less. We can say perhaps 5. Proportion 4:1, more or less. Masonry. What's the unit? What give me a good size of brick, and we work with that. What's a good brick? You know, brick size. What could we use? I'm open. I'm thinking. Did I have a reference of a brick? No, I don't have a reference of a brick parametric wall. Well, we can decide it. What are the brick dimensions? Let's see. The thing is, do we want it to be a standard brick? That's a good question. I work in meters. I know a brick is like 20 by 10, more or less, by 9. Standard brick. We want it to go from the side, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to use an expression here. I think that's going to be the first step. Then we can just adjust that afterwards to more precise units. I need to work with x and y. I don't work with variables. I'm going to say x divided by y, because if you have 20 meters length, and I want to divide it every 10 centimeters, you just do a division, and that will be the number of bricks you want. So, oh, that's too big. I'm going to say, let's start off with 1, because these values, it's pretty big. We can adjust this afterwards. So this is going to be unrealistic. And for this, I'm going to use a panel. I think there's a brick one, staggered. Oh, not this one. Panel, staggered. This is my surface. This is U. This is V. And we have those bricks. Okay, so definitely needs to be smaller in this dimension. So this is going to be our base brick. Now we need to create a surface which is going to be sort of the protrusion of this. I hate that word, but it is true. So I need to create a surface from... Now the question is, do we want to generate a surface using an image sampler, or do we want to create the surface ourselves? That's a good question. Do we want to work with an image sampler, or do we want to work with a curve that we construct? Because I'm thinking, like, I like this curvature here. I think it's really cool. But perhaps an image sampler could be very cool also. I mean, we could do both as well, but it's just kind of to give it some sort of direction. So I don't know. I'll leave that up to whoever speaks up first. That could also, yeah, I don't know. It's just something we need to decide. What do you guys think? Do we? I don't know. I don't know. Because the way you would do it is you'd extract the center of each panel of each brick and then extrude by an amount associated to an image sampler, or we could create two curves. I don't know. That's going to be annoying. Image sampler? Okay, let's go with the image sampler. Okay, so here the idea is to extract the area. Area. Deconstruct point. We're going to rebuild the point, construct point. This surface works in XZ, but the image sampler works with XY. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat a little bit. The X is the same, but the Z is actually going to be interpreted as a Y. And then here I can use reparameterize point. I think you can, I'm not sure. And then image sampler. Okay, now image sampler, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to find the directory of my image, double click, search for said image, work with contrast, okay, connect that there. I'm going to remap the values, source, bounds, oh, wrong one, bounds, like so. This is going to be the value, double click. I'm going to do this, bang, bang, construct domain, wrong one, construct, let's try again, construct domain, which is this one. The smallest extrusion is going to be 0. Actually, that's too big. 0.1. And then the biggest extrusion is going to be, let's say, 0.5 or 6. We can play around with these parameters afterwards. We're going to say extrude. The direction is going to be in Y. Let's connect that there. What are we extruding? We're extruding the panels, so I'm going to move all this down. This is going to go all the way over here. Bloody hell, I'm working there. Okay, let's try this again. I don't know if it's working or not. We'll check in a second. Yeah, seems like it. Seems like it is working. Now, it's not doing a lot because the extrusion values are really small, but if I make them bigger, sure, and obviously if I make this brick size smaller, we should get that feel. Now, what I'm also thinking is that the bricks, I don't know. What's the? Let me just, yeah, I'm going to reduce the size of the wall so I can make the brick size smaller. So bricks are usually like 0.3 by like 0.1 on the long end. This is more or less. The extrusion is quite small though. That's 1. It's actually quite big. Because it's a very big wall, that's the issue. So you have this going on. Huh. Okay, so we have the wall already. That was actually very fast. Huh. I'm thinking if we create those panels, I'm thinking of using these panels to kind of break it down. The only issue is that if you break it down, you're cutting through these center points, which I guess is okay because you just split the brick anyway. That could be interesting. So actually, let's, yeah, this is where it gets interesting, because how do you create that surface? So what I'm thinking is that perhaps I shouldn't extrude yet. I should move, and I should move the points. The points are these centroids. So you have that surface, and then I can use a patch. I'm going to flatten the points. The only thing is that patch is out of bounds. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to project curve in a direction. Direction is in Z. Not Z, Y. Wrong one. Direction. That brep is my surface. Surface. And then this is going to be my surface. And the curve. What's the curve? The curve is a rectangle. Ah, no, I'm doing this the wrong way. Okay. Curve is the rectangle. Drag this all to the end. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, there's an option of trim. Will that trim my geometry? Maybe. Oh no, it's already trimming, so it's not doing it. Okay, so that's fine. This is my brep. Surface split. Where are you? Surface split. I'm splitting this surface with this curve. Turn this off, and I need to select the first one, or the second one, I'm not sure. Okay, the second one. So panel to select the second one. Voila. So we have our surface. Okay, that's good. I'm going to save my file. So we have our surface, we have those points. Now, what I'm thinking is doing, because this isn't going to be exact, does it matter that it's not exact? No, I don't think it does. Okay, so let me just bring this down a little bit. Make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so I have my surface, I have this, and we have, well, we can extract the extrude actually. So extrude, we're extruding in the same direction, and the panels is what we're looking for. So I don't know why I did that relay. Panels. Is that right? Yes, it is. Let me just make some space. Okay, so we have the panels and we have the surface. That's what we're looking for. Ah, this is really annoying. Give me a sec. Let me just... Brep. Let's bring that there. This is my second option is the correct one. Okay, dokie. Okay, so we have this, and what I'm thinking is turning this off for now. I'm going to use a contour that goes along the x-axis every 2 meters, perhaps. We should have 5 or 7. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Okay. So we have the divisions, and I should probably do that for the original rectangle too. The only issue is that it's going to coincide in the first point. So what I'm thinking is, oh no, that's wrong because I have a minimum established here, or 0.1. Okay, that's good. That means I just need to reference my rectangle as a surface here. I'm going to put this over here, relay, bring this back a little bit. Okay, bring this to the end. Relay to the end. Okay, so let me just make some space. Copy paste. This one's going to go here. In theory, if I merge these two like so, I said theory, and my phone understood Siri, and it went off. Anyway, graft, simplify, and then loft. There we go. Voila. Okay, that's good. That's very good. Okay, so we have those profiles. I'm going to turn off this surface. Nothing crazy. What I am going to do though is reduce this to 1.5, perhaps a little bit more, 1. Okay. We have that. Now, what I do want to do is I want to make this so the thing is, if I extrude, I need to ensure that my bricks are going to be cut by this geometry, right? That's going to be an issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create I think I'm going to offset it just to ensure that it is going to work. The plane is the YZ, and I want to turn this off. I'm going to convert this into a surface. Okay, so this one's going to be used to cut the brick. Surface, I'm going to... Do I offset brep? Is that a clever thing to do? Offset brep. Oh shit, wrong one. Offset brep. This is the one. Toggle. Toggle distance. That's not the one. Both sides, yes. Merge faces, obviously, yes. Thickness could be between 0 and... it's going to be on both sides, so I need to make sure it's a little bit smaller. 0.225. So, okay, let's bring that there. I should save before I do anything here. Save, bring that there. Okay, so it didn't take too long because it's not that many geometries. Okay, so we have these profiles. So this is going to be the one that's going to ensure that the bricks are going to be cut, a Boolean difference. The bricks are these values here. And then what I need to do is I need to do a solid difference in which all of my bricks graphed are going to be cut by all of the pattern thingies. Now this might take a second. There we go. Okay, not bad. There you go. There's some of them that have not been included. Why is that then? Why? That's strange. Why is that happening? Let me just quickly turn everything off. This is my brick. Are there duplicates? What's happening here? Let me just double check because I'm not sure what's happening. No, that's fine. It's fine. Okay, so what's the issue? Here I'm selecting all of them. Correct. Here it's not working. Why is that then? Huh. Now that is interesting. I don't know why, to be honest. I'm not sure. Is it because it matches one of the faces? Could it be that? Solid difference. It's not working. That's strange. Is there another one? Solid intersection. I mean, there is another way I can do it, but I'm not a fan of doing it this way. Let me turn this off. Let's see if this one works. It's basically doing a Boolean difference with the solid intersection, which is kind of a big workaround, but sometimes it does work. So I'm going to wait a second for that to load. Okay. Turn this off. Ah, look at that. This one does work, and it's not... This is a grasshopper bug, because that does not make sense. Anyway. So here, the cool way of... The good thing about doing this way, right, is that if I now copy and paste this, and I take this one to the lofted one, like so. And if I turn this on, oh, I did not mean to do that. I meant to align, turn this on. Here we have these profiles, custom preview, and we have those profiles in place. Now, the other way you would perhaps do this is doing it horizontal, but this way is pretty cool too. It's cool. I like it. I guess the logical thing here to do would be to add some profiles horizontal. So what does that mean? This is where the script can get very complicated, but it depends on how much we want to go into it. So before we do anything, I do want to see what it looks like. So here I'm going to do layer 1, layer 2, save. There we go. Change the color of layer 2, I think is the, no. Bricks are usually red-ish. Okay. And the other one, perhaps it makes sense to offset a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to offset a little bit. I'm going to offset. So, seleccionar objetos. So here, I am going to offset a little bit. So copy and paste. I'm going to offset by whatever, I don't know, 5 centimeters, 0.05. Although perhaps it makes more sense to do it here. Haha, okay. This is the patch. This is the contour. Move. So yeah, I would have to generate a new patch with a new domain. I would have to do this. Okay, let that load. It's loading. God's sake, man. There we go. And then here I can just connect here, align this. Okay, this is my patch, and this is going to be an addition where my addition is 0.05, and this is going to go here, and this is going to go here. Bring this back a little bit. Let's put this on the other side. No. I would have to pull this. There we go. I think that's going to be a little bit nicer. Relay. Suitable for now. Okay. This is this. Patch. This one is going to be for... Oh, poo, I'm going to have to do a whole other one here as well. There must be a better way to do this. There is a better way. I can just move this one. Move, I have to move it in the same direction as this. This is the Y direction. Addition, no, not addition. I can just do the number slider here. 0.05, where I do this, and my loft is between this one and this one. I'm gonna have to create another loft, aren't I? The loft is between this one and this one. Is this my exterior one? Let me just turn all this off because I can't see. Turn off. Okay, so this is this. Okay, so I have to move the other one. Oh, that's a pain in the ass. Okay, doesn't matter. It's the top one. Okay, I'm going to put this here. Copy, paste. No. This is this. I'm not sure if it makes more sense to put underneath. I think it might make more sense. Remove all of this. Okay, so it's this one. And copy paste this and this. I think that's the way to do it. Offset no. This is this one. I'm replacing all of it. Okay, that was a bit of a brain fart. Yeah. Error is here. This is this. I think I might be doing something wrong and I'm not sure what it is. I have contour, I have these two contours. This one I've just moved a little bit more. Oh no, because what? I'm doing this. This is the extrusion. The extrusion. Oh my god, I should probably change the color because otherwise it's going to be a bit insane. I have that. Let me just make sure that I can pull it further out. I'm gonna exaggerate here a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That extrusion. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and here, this one's not working. Why? Why are you not working? Huh. Because here the offset's not curved. Offset failed. The thing is, I don't think I need to offset anymore. I don't think I have to offset anymore. I think I can just connect here. It's loading. This takes a while. Let it load. Let it load. There we go. I don't need this. I don't need this. And I could just live happily ever after. This offset I do not need anymore. Okay, and then this one is this. And then here I can turn this off. I have an error somewhere, right? Oh no, it's all there. Okay, it's all there. Okay, good, it works. It works. Now it's just a very big overhang. That's the only issue. And then here I'm also having this issue. And I think it's because of what was happening before, but I'm not sure why it was happening. Solid. I mean, visually you don't really need it. I'm cutting all of these bricks by these panels. Save document. Now it should take a second. I mean, for computational sake. Oh, that's really annoying. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why it's not doing it. I think it might be because here it's at the top, it's the same. From experience, that's what usually happens. Huh. I'm going to test my theory. I do think it's this. When you cut something and it shares a face, it usually generates a problem. And the way I usually do that is by overextending it a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale from the middle by 1. I'm going to say by 1.01. Oh, I did this the wrong way around. Okay, let's try that again. geometry are these curves, and then also this. So you're going to see that they're sticking out a little bit, which is what we're looking for. And then here, I'm going to do this. Bang, bang. And then hopefully, let me save. Hopefully it should work. This one's this. Okay. Solid difference. Again, graft, flatten. There we go. Let's see if it works. If it's not that, I'm not sure. Yeah, it was that. Okay. See, I've been through so much trauma with Grasshopper. I know what the errors are. I wish I'd known why these things happened before. Would have saved me a lot of time on other projects. Okay, so what's this? I don't need this anymore, do I? No. No. Let me see if I can sort all of this out. Okay, so let me put this like this. Ah, this cable management is annoying. Let me just do some cable management thing, because otherwise I'm going to lose my bloody mind. Okay, that seems to work. Okay, I can see everything nice and neat, blah, blah, blah. Bring this all back a little bit. Okay, let me save. Turn this back on. Yeah, I'm just thinking that perhaps the solid difference thing isn't something we should worry ourselves too much, because you can just do that in Rhino when it's done. Okay, so we have this. Ah, no, I think it's still doing it. It's still doing the bloody error. Why? Why must I suffer? Is it because here it's exactly there? Oh, because it's behind. Why is it behind? Oh, because the extrusion grabs the center. Oh, you tricky mother trucker. That's the issue. Because we're extracting it from the center of the panel, the curvature starts at the top. Oh, you mother trucker. That's hilarious. So we might actually have to do the offset thing. That's hilarious. Okay, so the offset thing is offset curve. Panel is going to be by 1. We need it to be a big value to ensure that it always works. And the offset is on the YZ plane, I think. Yes, YZ plane. Curve is this loft, and the one we're working with is this one here. Now, hopefully this makes sense. If it doesn't, I don't know. It still does. It doesn't do it. Now this is surprising, to be quite frank, because it should be working, and I'm not sure why it's not working. I think this is just a bug, to be honest, because I've done this a couple of times and it should work, honestly, because you're intersecting by these huge values and I'm only getting these results. I just don't understand why. It might be because it's matching the surface, but it's just weird. It's weird that it would do it like that. Let me just bake this. I want to see something. Bake layer 1. It is one surface. Like I'm guessing that if I were to bake this in Rhino, right? I'm going to group it, and then if I were to bake the panels in layer 2, right? If I say Boolean difference between this and this, it might take a second to load, but I do think it's going to do it. In Rhino, it works fine. You can see it works absolutely fine. But in Grasshopper, it doesn't. It's a bug. It's essentially a bug. I'm not going to bother myself too much because I know that these things tend to happen. So I am going to leave this as sort of something I'm going to keep in the back of my mind. And I am going to work with just the bricks and this. Okay. Now, what I'm thinking for fabrication processes, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like it as it is, to be honest. What I do want to do is one last thing. So I have the bricks, I have this thing. Oh, it doesn't intersect. That's so fudging annoying. Let me see what units I'm working in first off. I'm working in millimeters. Could it be a precision error? Yeah, it seems to be only an error in grass, which is really annoying. Ah, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. So annoying. Okay, anyway. The push value from before, which was a move component. Where are you? Oh, we didn't move. Didn't we move it? Excuse me? Excusez-moi. This one here, this is the curve. Oh, we didn't move it. I thought we moved it. That's strange. Okay. That's an error on my part. This is the curvature. This is here. And this is here. Okay. Okay, we fixed that. And I know that if you make this bigger, we can force the split. We can force the split. Oh, this is annoying. Solid difference. Okay, let's try again. Last try. Graft. Flatten. I'm going to save. This is what I need to grow. No. This goes here. Okay, let's see if this works. Vamos a ver si funciona esto. Si no funciona, no sé la verdad qué es lo que podemos hacer. A little bit of Spanish for you guys. Yeah, still does the error. Has the error. It might just be the back surface too, to be honest. Well, you know, shit happens. What if it's a combination of both? Could it be that? I don't know. I'm deleting stuff and then doing it again, and then I know, I'm aware. YZ. There's always going to be a part of me that wants to get it done properly. And who am I to say no to myself? Surface. Copy paste. Blah blah blah. Ching chong cha didi dum bam. There we go. Nope. Still the same bloody issue. Okay, I tried. Okay, so this is my surface. I'm just going to delete this. Okay, so we have these profiles. And you know what? All nice and gravy. Know what I mean? Now, what I'm thinking is building a rectangle on the ground. That's this by this, for example. That's too big. 5 or 4 by 10, 40 meters. It's going to be 28 meters length, I guess. I don't know how long this is. Panel 28. Okay, so if it's 28, I'm going to round this radius. Okay, I'm going to try something out. I want to try something out, guys. 10 by 4. I'm going to be a little bit more generous. 10 by 12 by 16. That's going to be my length. Now this length is going to be the X value. So in fact I need to do this. X value. Ah shit, it's going to calculate everything again. Okay, good. Good. Okay, so this is going to be this. Now, I need an SDL line that goes in the x-axis with this same length. No, wrong. Is that right? X? Yeah, no, that's right. That's right. I'm right. Panel to indicate that it's on 0, 0, 0. Okay, here we go. Panel. I'm going to use a relay here. I need to make sure this is neat. So, bang. This is also X. Okay. This is going to go over here. My length is going to go here. My rectangle is also going to go over here. Let's line this up. Okay, that's all lined up. I'm going to make sure it has a little bit more space. Bring this back a little bit. This is my line SDL. I'm also going to need the rectangle. I'm going to bring that underneath here as well. Bring that there. Drag this to the end, like so. I'm going to use flow. This one here, geometry base, so graphed. My geometry is going to be these. I'm going to try it out with this panel first because it should be quicker. My base is going to be my line SDL, and my target is going to be my curve. Okay, it's doing it inwards, meaning that I need to invert the direction. So reverse base or reverse target. It's indifferent. Okay, so that's working. Cool. I'm going to copy and paste this, and now instead of using those panel things, I'm going to use it for the bricks. So, bang. And in theory, it should work. Yes, it looks like it does. Voila. There we go. Okay, that's good. So what I am going to do is I'm going to reduce the height of my wall. The wall, this one here. It's by 5. I'm going to do it by... So... Huh. Let me just change something. I want this to be bigger. I want it to be 1.5. 1.5. It's going to take a second to calculate, but I want to try something out. Huh. It's loading. I mean, this script, you can make it so much more complex. Oh my god, it's loading. It's loading, it's loading. Let it load. Let it load. Is it still loading? No, there we go. I mean, this image sample was not that great, so we do with what we can and what we have. Okay, so the interior is straight, the exterior is what changes. Okay, so what I'm thinking is to do something like, okay, this goes away. Here I'm going to go for 2 meters. 2 meters might be too big. 1.2. So if a slab is, I don't know how to do it. So I'm going to try and explain what I want to do. So imagine I have a building, right? How do I explain this? Okay. Okay, let's do it like this. Let's see if I can. I mean, I don't want to spend too much time doing this, to be honest, but it should. Let me see if I can quickly model a window. Okay, let me just quickly model this. Actually, let me make a cart window. This should go in the cart layer. Window. I'm gonna make this blue. Okay, more or less. Group this. Oop. Okay. Okay, we have a window. Oop. Okay, more or less. I'm gonna kind of do it sort of briefly. Actually, give me a second. Sorry, this is me trying to be a perfectionist when I don't need to be. Oh my god. Okay. Spanish habit of calling layers. Okay, so this. The idea is to, I don't know how we're going to do this. Okay. Oh, the hell? Okay, so here, let's try that again. Okay. So imagine we have sort of a typical building, right? Let's say 0.3. Why does it not bloody do it? There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Try again. Okay, 0.03. No, that's done. 0.2, more or less. This is going to be 1.1. So what I'm trying to think of doing is this. Well, I have this visage, and actually we're going to do something a little bit more. Today's date. This is a block. Okay. 5, bang, bang, 3.3. Okay, so you imagine you have this sort of visage. Let me just quickly edit this block. Jesus Christ, my mouse is going crazy today. Okay, here, 0.3. This is a super basic design, but I think it makes sense. 0.3. Is it closed? No. There you go, 0.3. There you go. Okay, now we have our building. Okay. Okay, so we have this, right? We also have a false ceiling. So, what does that mean? That this is also going to be like this. That's too big. Okay, so scalar. This may be, I don't know, 0.5. Same thing here. So, in fact, I can just do this. Ah, wrong one. Let's extrude. Okay, there we go. So this surface area is where I want it to go, basically. So, what does that even mean? That's a very interesting question. So, this is like a separate sort of script. I'm thinking of doing how we could integrate the bricks into this. First of all, I think we should do the facade rounded, to be quite frank. So what I mean by that is we should round it. I don't know how much. By a meter? 2 meters perhaps? Which one is it? Is it this one? Oh, bollocks, I don't remember. Is it this one? I think it might be this one. Bang, yeah. 2, and then the interior is 2 minus 1.7 or 2. Ah, wrong one. Try again. I need it to be rounded. I need the other one. Which one is it? I don't remember. I think it's this one. This is not 1. I need it to be 2. This part is not very parametric at all, but I think it's going to be interesting. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is the other one is 2. because I'm doing the wrong one again. Which one is it? There we go. Okay, there we go. Huh. Okay, so this is our building, right? I need this curve. So, what does that mean? I'm trying to be clever here. Okay, so it's going to be a grasshopper curve. It's going to be my reference. I'm going to draw in red. And I'm just going to extract the curve, which is... It's not even this one, to be honest. It's going to be... Actually, it doesn't matter, because I just need the length. This is my curve. This is going to be a separate script. Copy paste. I'm going to get rid of line SDL. I have to get rid of this. This value is going to be something different. I can leave that there. Okay, so I'm going to do curve, set one curve, connect that there. This curve is also going to be my base curve for the flow. Okay, good. That's going to be my length. The height is going to be, here I've done 3 by 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 times by 3.3. Okay, so it's going to be, I could probably do it with a line. Curve. Although that could also be a variable, to be honest. Length. And this length is going to be the height. Like that. Let's see. The bricks are not cool. Huh. Why then? Curve height. Does it not interpret it as height? Ah, okay. That makes sense. And it's going the other way. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, that's fine. Oh shit, it might take a second to load. I'm going to try it. What I need to do is save this file though. I don't want to lose it. Module saved. Okay, let's pray this works. Oh, I haven't indicated a base. Okay, so the base curve is... Which one? Is it this one? Yes, actually. So, before I do anything, I need to put this on the floor. Floor... I guess the floor could be here. And the height of the curve is going to change. So, I need to take that into account. I'm going to move this point upwards to 3.3. Like so. Okay. And then hopefully I can relay my curve. Shit, which one is this one? This is my base curve. So I'm going to reference that underneath. Base. Pray this works. Save both files and wait for it to load. load? Will it load? It's calculating. Is it loading? Come on. I need to do a much more nicer version of this script, but I just want to show you guys that this sort of thing might be interesting to do. Oh my lord, this might take a second. Ah, why you not work? Mother trucker. That means I have something wrong somewhere, and I'm not sure what it is. It might be the target. Okay, so target is this. This is my target curve. Where is my target curve? This one here. This is my target curve, which I'm using to measure the length of X. Correct. Y is the height, which shouldn't really impact too much. Ah. Wait a sec. I think this isn't my target. Ah, I did it the wrong way around. I'm a fudging idiot. Okay. So I needed a line SDL. I deleted it before and I don't know why. Okay, that's fine. This is X. The length is what we said before. The starting point is going to be 0, 0, 0. Because that's where our curve begins, I think. Yes. This is going to be my base curve. Base curve. Let's put that over there to the end. Base curve. So my base goes here. This is my base goes here. The target curve is correct, I think, because it's referring to the curve where I want it to go. And this curve, which is the height, is the, I'm only using that at the beginning for the parameters of the initial rectangle. Okay. Again, save, enable. I think my toggle was turned off. Let's see if it loads. It might take a second. Let it load. It's really cool because, like, where is it? This sort of reference is, you can do this very similarly to how we did this with the image sampler. The way you would do it is you would scale in the X direction according to the image sampler. And you're scaling NU, it's called. So if you type in scale NU in Grasshopper, you can choose in which axis you want to scale. So in this case, you're just scaling on the X axis. And that's really cool because if you center a structural pipe, you can achieve some really cool stuff. Okay, there we go. Now it's going inwards instead of outwards. Ah, you mother trucker. And it's because of this. So we're going to have to go through all the pain of flipping this bloody target. Let it load. Okay, let's just let that load in the background. So this would be done that way. I don't know if I can open up a new Rhino whilst it's loading the other one. Maybe it can. I have so many plugin errors. It's just because a lot of the components overlap and I'm not able to fix it. Okay, that worked. So here, this is going to be layer 1. Layer 1. Might take seconds to load. This one's actually quite easy. Now I'm thinking of it. It's not too difficult, and we can actually recycle. Ooh, what's that about? I mean, you can actually recycle this script and do it very quickly. So here, oh my god, it's heavy because there's so many bricks. That's the issue. Yeah, god damn it. So what I'm thinking is, if I turn this off. Ah, my references are there. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, that's in modus. There we go. Let's turn off Windows, Carpentry también. I'm going to turn this off for now, and I'm going to go on a side view, and I'm just basically going to do this. Oh no, because I'm doing it based on the wall, aren't I? Ah, bollocks. Okay, so in fact I need to get the walls. It's not even the walls, is it? Okay, hopefully. Okay, so the idea is this much on. No, that's wrong too. That's actually wrong as well. I've done it wrong. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, give me a sec, guys. I'm effing this up in ways that cannot be written. There you go. The one I do. Okay, this one is the one. Oh shit! This is the machon. Sorry, I'm using words that I frequently use in my work. What else? Okay, I think I'm now able to do it. Okay. So here the idea is to do this. This can go in la basura. If you catch my drift. Oh no, it's the other way. It's the wrong way round. Clever me. I'm a bloody idiot. Okay, there we go. Much easier. Bim bam bom. That's wrong with two. There we go. Sorry, I got distracted. That goes away. There's a way you can do this in Grasshopper, but we'll just be way over time, so I'm not even going to bother. And then bang, bang, bang. This is what I was trying to aim for. Which I don't know if it's great or not, but it's an idea, so. Could be interesting, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Or alternatively, but the thing is I don't know how it would work. Yeah, I don't know how it would work, to be honest. I was thinking, what if we were to remove some of the bricks and create some translucency using the whole of the facade? That could have been interesting too. I mean, the thing is, if we would, I don't know, there's just so many different approaches you could do. So, actually what I'm going to do is this. We could color the bricks. So, let me quickly turn this off. One. Grasshopper. What you could do is actually turn all of this off. There we go. You could say random split list. Random split list. What am I doing? I could say 50%. Seed value, I'm going to say 3. Master list, I need to flatten. Oh, God's sake. Turn this off. Off. This is Brep. Brep 1. Brep 2. fact, this could be like 0.2. I don't know. These are just ideas. I'm trying to, you know, have you seen those translucent bricks? This. Oh, that's hilarious. I was thinking of this. Hey. Or just in fact just removing it, and perhaps I should remove the other one. Oh, okay, so that might be a bit too much. But I think you get the idea. Yeah, maybe it just needs to be 50-50, or perhaps even 40. Yeah, the glass brick is sick. It's very cool. Let's see. Insane Brian. Yes, we're all a bit insane here. Welcome. Okay, I'm just thinking, is there a way I could probably tell like ChatGPT to interpret red bricks as a certain color? I don't know. We'll find out. But imagine the red ones were transparent, and you know what would be amazing if you could use an image sampler to choose which one it is. Man, that's a rabbit hole though. It's a rabbit hole and a half. And the way I would do it is I would secure these bricks horizontally. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Yeah, it could be that. I mean, you would have to modify the script from the beginning. I mean, actually... No, I think we can integrate that into our design. That's actually very interesting. Fuck me, we've gone down the rabbit hole. So I'm actually going to turn this off because this is very heavy. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have to go all the way back here. Patch, no, not patch. Extrude. This extrusion here. Okay, so we need to find the way. Oh god, it's so heavy. Yeah, I need to change these parameters because they're just too big. They're just too big to work with. So I'm going to change this maximum. I just need to make it bigger. Otherwise, it's just we're not going to be able to work. There we go. I'm making it super simple. So we need to filter them according to an image. Right, and how the fuck do we do that? Sorry. Hey. So I'm guessing you just need another image sampler, and the maximum value is 1, right? And then whatever values you get is let me see if I can work this out. We could round it to, and it should be either 1 or 0. No. 0 and 1. It should be between 0 and 1. No, it's this floor. It's nearest. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. The thing is, there isn't a lot of white. Okay. Black and white image map. Black and white gradient. Yes. Shit, let me see if I can. Let me see if we can work this out. Okay. No, it didn't save. Why? Oh, it's a Shutterstock image. You mother trucker. Okay, let me work around this. I'm just going to screenshot. Let's call it that. I've called it bacon. There you go. So here we should have a lot more zeros and ones. Okay, good. So, dispatch. This should still be on the same path as this. Is that how it works? I don't know. We'll find out. Brep. Ha 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 ha. There we bloody go. Could you generate one in Midjourney? Or can you write me a prompt and I'll generate it in Midjourney? But we can see this is working, which is beautiful. And the only thing is here we would have to create two different flow thingies. So it would just basically be a copy and paste where this is this one and then this is this one, I think. We can test it out. Yeah, definitely works. Trying to think of this. Has a thickness, has a minimum thickness actually, has a minimum thickness. Minimum thickness is 0.5. So in theory 0.5 height of this. Oh man, I'm not sure if I should get into this rabbit hole. No. Okay, so we have that there and then this one here. So we get that. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for, right? That's so weird. Okay. We need to find a good image map though, because this one isn't too great. Okay, so I've turned that off. Here I can go back to 0.3. Should take a second to load, and this one is 0.12, more or less. Now, one thing we should probably include is random construct. Ah, no, this is jitter. I'm going to use a jitter. Jitter. Jitter between 0 and 100. Jitter value between 0 and 1. There we go. See if this should randomize or pixelate a little bit. Okay, that's too big a value. 0.1. Is it the other way around? 0.9. Loading. No. Why is it not doing it properly? Why? Jitter. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's the other way round. So why didn't it work before? Oh, that's weird. Give me a sec, guys. Let it load. Okay, let me try again. Jitter value 0.9, 0.1. The fuck, it's very small, but it does a lot. If it's 0, it doesn't jitter too much. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. 0.05. I mean, I guess the higher the value, if you have lots of bricks, it's going to be really low in comparison. So that's what I'm hoping for here. So what if I go for like 0.3? It just doesn't give a crap, does it? Why? Is it because it needs to be flattened or something? No, it has nothing to do with that either. Oh, weird. I don't know. I'm actually quite flabbergasted as to why it's not working. I'm going to try out your thing. Let me open up Discord. Ignore my last thing. Let that load. Yeah, I'm not sure why the jitter isn't working, to be quite frank. It should work. I'm actually quite baffled as to why it isn't. It's actually quite strange. Is it because it's so small that the value doesn't work? Oh. No, that doesn't work either. I'm using the jitter ASCII round 1. I don't think it's this, but I'm going to give it a shot, see if it works. This one goes here, this one goes here, this one goes here. No, it's indifferent. Okay. Want to go for this, mate? What else did you write? You wrote something else. Hey. Let's see what comes up with that. I'm going to try this as well. Black and white gradient map where the transition in colors are soft and the general pattern has or the big pattern is a wave-like form, conceptually speaking. See if that works. Yeah, I don't know why the jitter thing isn't working, to be frank. Dude. Ah, the aspect ratio. Shit. You're right. You're absolutely right, mate. Let's try again. Image where? Is it? Is that the way you write it? How do? Oh fuck! I don't remember how you. It's AR, not AS. Clever me. Imagine. Is it 3-1 or 1-3? I don't know. Okay, I don't know why this isn't working, to be honest. It's baffled me a little bit, but hey, well, you can't always win, can you? Huh. Anyway, okay. The list. Oh, because if you jitter this, you have to jitter this as well. There's a mismatch. Ah, noob error. Fuck. Sorry, I keep swearing, and it's not very nice. So I think this is the issue. Bang, bang. I need it to be the same values. And here I'm just going to disable for a second. This is going to be my list, and this is going to be my list. And in theory, it should... Now we're talking. Now, no, we're not talking. Ah, blood. We might not be talking. I'm gonna scream. It's so frustrating. Why is it so frustrating? It's 25% different. But no, it's not different. I have no idea why it's not working. Anyway. The thing is, we can't... The thing is, it's either is or isn't. That's the issue, isn't it? So it's more, yeah, we do need to achieve the jitter thing. That's the issue. So we have the jitter thing here. We have the percent. We have the seed value, which is for now irrelevant. And here it should be mixing this list, but I'm not sure why. Maybe the values need to be the same, and then you're just jittering this, but then it's too high. Oh, that's really fucking frustrating. If it's 0, it should be the same as the original. Which it is, which is really annoying. I just don't know. I'm actually baffled right now. No idea. I don't know. Anyway. I'm going to actually... We need a pixel. I'm going to try that. Imagine a wave... A black and white wave. Wave. In pixel art style. AR. S. There we go. And then whatever this is we'll work with. And then we'll see the result. I don't want to spend too much time, and I don't want to waste your guys' time as well. Precious time. And this one here. I mean, it's pretty much set up already, which is good. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to use one of these. I'm going to use number Tresemme. Scale 2, actually. Okay. Guardar imagen. Bang, bang. Okay, so in theory it's here. Okay, good. Here. Let's see how that turns out. Well, we have the design. Sure. And then the more bricks we have, obviously the better. So this is 0.3 already. This is going to be 0.12, more or less. I want to try out a geometric pattern. I'll just write it out. Imagine a black and white geometric pixel pattern. Aspect ratio 3:1. That's interesting. I guess the jitter won't work here, will it? Let that load. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it just goes to shit. Okay, I'm just gonna not do this and rather work with the image itself. I'm gonna go for number 4. Let's save this one. Guardar la imagen. Whatever. Oh god, it's loading. Why is it loading? Taking so long to load. Is it loading? Is it loading? It seems to be loading. Let the bloody thing load. Okay. Loading. Okay, that's done. Now, second loading time. And then with this we'll finish, I think. See, that could be interesting. Perhaps the whole workflow would have to be through the images, where you go back and forth on Photoshop or something. Okay, so we have this, and finally we're just going to turn this off, and the final part, which might take a second to load. I think I'm going to load it in parts, because otherwise it's just going to take too long. Okay, this is now done. I want to try a longer format. I want to try 5:1. Imagine, blah, blah, blah. 5:1. Okay, that's loaded. I want to try one more thing. Sorry for being such a pain in the ass, guys. I actually want this curve to go all the way back. So select curve. I want this curve. Let me just turn this off for now. I want this to go all the way back here. There we go. And I want to save this image before we continue. I'm going to go for... I don't know. Number 2. I'm going to call it U2. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Going to go here. Actually, this one's pretty nice. You know what, I'm going to leave that one. I'm going to leave that one for now. And the height is the same. Yeah. Let me just load this version up like this. Should take a second. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Oh, it's heavy. It's quite heavy. Shit. Should I make... Oh, it's not that big, to be honest. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try and do... Should I just try and do both? No, I'll do one at a time. Otherwise, it's just going to take longer. Because it's simultaneously thinking. Oh, lol. That's silly. Okay, that loaded. Oh, it's silly me. Sorry, guys. I was writing a prompt. Okay. Okay. Almost there. So here, let's work this up. This is going to be, I'm going to say red brick. I'm going to call the other one yellow brick. Red brick, yellow brick. Bake. Red brick. Come on. And I want to run this through ChatGPT to create an image. ChatGPT did an update which is insane for images. I want to show you guys. And we're almost done. We've gone for quite a long stream today. Well, we started late. That's the issue, actually. But almost 2 hours, eh? Lol. All right. Is this loading? I'm gonna need this folder in a second. Okay, there we go. It's loading, it's loading. There we go. So I'm gonna need bang. Remove this. Oh, I think I saved it on the wrong one. You're shitting me. One sec. This is, which one do we need? This one. Yellow brick. That's the one I need. Yes, you may receive the script. You deserve it. I'll probably have to internalize the data for you guys to have it. Okay, so here I'm going to do red brick, yellow brick. Okay, so here I'm going to go for capture image ref. I'm going to go here. It should be loading. I'll show you this, how it turns out. I'm using a very simple script, but prompt. I should probably color these ribbons in like a black or something. Ah, they change. Of course they do. Because I'm using a whole different script. Huh. Right, let me change this to name to ribbons. Let's generate that very quickly. This should be quicker. Okay, ribbons. Let that load. There we go. Ah, that's horrible. It's fucking horrible. Okay, that's really bad. Let me see if I should. The thing is, I should probably render. Thing is, I can't render with you guys here, because that's a secret. Okay, let me try one more thing. This is going to be, I need to change the color of the ribbons to something a little bit more. There you go. Try this again. One sec. Let me reload a new chat. Okay, so raw images. I'm not sure if it's going to work. It's just too ambiguous. Recreate this image of the building where the yellow blocks are translucent, non-color, materials. I'm just gonna, I know it's badly spelled, grammar's wrong, but it's fine. That's yellow. The red blocks you see are reddish standard brick. This is an architecture award-winning photography. Yeah, let's see. If it doesn't work with this, I'll have to render and then give that image as the prompt, with the prompt. In the meantime, I am going to share the script with you guys, actually. I'll have to internalize data. Oh, that's going to... No, I'm not going to internalize. Just give it a curve. You need to give it 2 curves here. Either way, you have the initial version at the top, so it's fine. Stream file, I'm going to say retransfer. Stream file. There we go. Yeah, the people, what I usually do is I do that after the image is created, because it's just a little bit easier. I don't think it's listening to my prompts. What the fuck did it do? Add city context. The red elements you've created are transparent. And the other blocks should be a brick material. Yeah, it's strange because lately it has been listening to me really well. I'm gonna have to render it. That's the only way I'm thinking of doing it. Yeah, people help, but I do that after it generates the image somewhat fairly well. Good. Okay. It's getting somewhere. It looks better. I mean, this is a lot better, to be honest. It's just that it's not getting the really tiny bricks, but that's because you can barely see it here. You know what I mean? How can I help with that? Yeah, the only way I can think of it is me rendering it. And I'm not going to do that live. I'm not going to do that live. I think that's going to be problematic. But I like it. I like this one quite a bit. What do you think? It's cool, innit? It's not too bad. Okay, let me try one more thing. I'm going to do a new one. I'm also going to clarify that the blocks may look big. Are not big format, but rather a compilation of smaller format blocks that measure 3 meters by 0.1 meters height, width. Let's see what happens here. I'm telling you, ChatGPT updated. I've been playing around with a lot of different AIs, and ChatGPT is becoming a lot easier to use. It's getting to the point where it's like, doesn't matter what software you're using, it's surprisingly starting to get very difficult to choose which one's which one's better than whatever the others are. Yeah, it's interesting. Let me see the golden hour. Golden hour looks really cool. Most of the time. More trends. Now what I'm going to do is this. Replace the white blocks in the facade for a reflective material. Also change the city context for another. I might hit my limit of images because I've been testing this out all day with other projects. But I think it works. That's interesting. I want to try something out. Joder. I mean, it's making the panels big, but again, it's because I need to render the images. And then I'm pretty sure it will work. I'm going to finish with this though. I'm going to try and render it without your permission on another screen. The thing is, I don't want to give away my rendering tricks because that's very personal. So I'm going to try and render very quickly. Should not show that. Is it loading? Oh god. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think the render is going to look better. I'll do that after. Okay, anyway. I'm going to leave that at that for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this a little bit. It's a very long script, but I think it works. Yeah, it's interesting. Don't know. I thought it was interesting. Yeah, anyway guys, thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you all on the next one. What do you guys think? Do you think it's interesting? Ah, we did the video. I forgot about that. Which one do you guys prefer? It's a weird one, isn't it? I think I like this one a little bit more. The third one. Yeah, anyway. I'm going to try something out very quickly before we go. I keep saying that and it's really annoying. Ref 2. Let me just grab the prompt we did here. Give me a sec. Do I like the white ribs? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a fun exercise. I mean, it's a fun exercise. I won't say much else. Perhaps we could remove them. Yeah, sure. One sec. Remove the white vertical elements from the facade. Yeah, it doesn't know how to interpret it. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to render it. That's the only way I can sort of think about it. ChatGPT is really good for post-production. Sometimes when you're creating an image from the start, it can get a little bit tricky. But yeah. Yeah, we'll finish this off and then we'll just end it here. Yeah, what do you guys think? I'll do some more images. Ooh. The thing is, it just looks like a pixel if you don't have those verticals. And I think it helps see the curvature a little bit more too. I don't know. It's just one of those, isn't it? Anyway, alright guys, I am going to leave it now here. Finally. Thank you so much for joining. As always, you guys rock. And you make this whole process a lot easier. And thank you for joining. I'm thinking... I'm thinking of doing a Grasshopper live course in like 2 weeks. And I have a few themes, a few exercises that I want to do. But I'm also thinking of perhaps integrating new designs such as this one. So I'm thinking perhaps if I work on this one a little bit more, make it a little bit more understandable and a little bit more simplified. Do you think that would be interesting to do in the course? I think it could be interesting, It's just one of those, isn't it? Anyway, let me know what you think, and we shall be in touch. Alright, guys. See you all very soon. De nada, muchas gracias por asistir. Alright, guys, have a great weekend. See you all very soon. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye.